Morning everyone, John from Trizity Traveling. It is about 5:30 and I'm actually pretty excited today. I get to fly on American Airlines and my first leg is from Boise to Dallas and I will be sitting in first class. This is actually one of the reasons I'm excited is this is my first time on American Airlines. I flew with America West back in the day, but America West was absorbed, so I've never actually been on a mainline American. So today I'll be sharing my first class experience on American, so we'll see how it goes today. Stay tuned for more. You can see that early in the morning, Boise is dead. Turns out Boise late in the afternoon is also dead. We're scheduled to leave at 7:10 in the morning. Scheduled, I say. More on that in just a moment. We were just informed by the gate agent that due to weather in the Dallas area, the air traffic control has implemented flow control. Meeting will be delayed for about an hour. That might be the loudest roller bag I've ever heard in my life. Anyway, so we're about an hour delayed. All flights into Dallas are delayed, so hopefully my connecting flight to Atlanta is also delayed so I don't miss it. I'd rather not spend an evening in Dallas if I didn't have to. So anyway, we'll see what happens next. Today's aircraft, 737-800. Delayed departure at 7:30 in the morning. However, as you see on the board, it is 7:34 in the morning. I checked FlightAware after this flight, and we actually departed at about 8:15. Still made good time, and I had enough connecting time in Dallas that I should have had zero issue making my connection. Here's my first good look at the American Airlines first class seat. It has lots of little widgets, I would call them. The seat arm includes a remote control, which I will show you here in just a sec. Turns out I didn't use it. The seat back screen is a touch screen, so the remote control seems kind of unnecessary. You can see I'm in 6F. As I said, that's the only time I touched the remote control. One of the little widgets on the seat, that's actually on the seat in front of me. It's a little table. And in between the first class seats are these other little tables to hold a drink. Headphones, power ports, and my pre-flight drink.
Now, if you'll just follow along with me, we'll be on our way.
The screen is a good size. I didn't actually measure it, but I think it's a good size. Airlines seem to be competing to have the most clever pre-flight safety video. I recorded quite a bit of Americans.
Now let's review the safety card. Please pay close attention, and before you know it, we'll be off. All exits on this airplane are clearly marked. Take a moment to locate the nearest one. Keep in mind, it may be behind you. All door exits have evacuation slides to use in an emergency. In a water evacuation, life rafts are in marked ceiling compartments. You'll find the exact location on your safety card.
This is my first trip report using the Sony RX0m2 mini camera. The boarding was done with my iPhone. The remainder of the video was done with the RX0m2. I think it did a very nice job. If you're interested in more about the Sony RX0m2, I have an unboxing as well as a sample video also on my channel. Low overcast and rain covering Boise today. Not a lot of great views on departure. It was a very wet spring this year, and everything is quite green as a result. Departing to the west, taking a right turn, fly back over Boise, and heading towards Salt Lake City. Trip I've done multiple times. Too many times, to be honest with you. Kind of tired of Salt Lake City. Couple decent poppers for that early in the morning. Over Salt Lake City, breakfast service began at this point of the flight. Continental breakfast, including banana, milk, fruit, yogurt, cinnamon roll, and low-fat granola. That entire plate was off limits for me, full of gluten. The cinnamon roll actually looked pretty good. The yogurt was okay for yogurt. I'm not a huge fan of yogurt, but it was alright. Fruit and cheese, those were good. I watched Aquaman on this flight. Hence the kind of big gap between Salt Lake City and Moab. The first class flight attendant was uninterested in providing much service on this flight. My return flight, I had a completely different experience in first class. That first class experience was fantastic. This one, frankly, was just kind of meh. As I said, the flight attendant was not interested in really being friendly, helpful, seemed quite grumpy. So after my sample size of one first class flight on American, I was not impressed. They redeemed themselves on the return flight home, so. I believe that is Arrowhead Lake in Texas. If I didn't label them, it's because I'm not entirely sure what the landmarks were. A little difficult from Google Maps and my video here to exactly determine where I was. Decided not to guess.
Gentlemen, those wondering about their connecting gates, you could go onto your screen, click My Flight, go to the screen that says My Flight, and if you click Connecting Gates, your connecting gate information will be on the screen in front of you.
Because we left about an hour late out of Boise, people were very concerned about their connecting flights. Flight attendant making an announcement about where you can find your connecting gate information. I had a significant layover, 2, maybe 3 hours in Dallas, so I wasn't concerned about making my connection. Due to some misunderstanding of things, I nearly missed my flight to Atlanta, and I will discuss that on the next trip report next week. On final 4 landing in Texas and Dallas. This is my first time in the state of Texas.
Please remain seated with your seatbelt fastened until the seatbelt sign is turned off. And keep the aisles clear of all carry-on items. Take a moment to check your seat back pocket for any personal items, like tablets and cell
Most
phones.
of you are probably aware,
When you
but if you
open the
didn't
overhead
know,
compartment, be careful,
American Airlines
as
is
items
based
may
in
have
Dallas.
moved in flight.
Just
And
about
thank
every
you for
airplane you
choosing
see in
American
Dallas
Airlines.
is an American Airlines. I did include a couple non-Americans in this video coming up though. DFW is a huge airport, and you have the opportunity to taxi over the freeway, which is kind of different. Spirit Airlines is also based in Dallas, I believe. That appears to be a Neo, and I was quite surprised to see an MD-83, most likely, unpainted. All in all, I would say the first class seat on American is fantastic. I love the seat, I love all the features, I love the seatback screen on this. I think I just got a flight attendant who was having a bad day. I would look forward to another first class experience, mostly because the last one was fantastic. Anyway, if you have questions or comments, please post them below. Hit the reminder bell and you'll be notified of new content. Subscriptions are always welcome, and thank you if you do subscribe. Thanks for watching today, and happy travels.